Okay, in this video we'll be explaining about piecewise defined okay, functions. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, I'll recommend you to go with linear functions and quadratic and cubic functions and the transformations before coming to this, because it's like continuation of that, and I'll skip some basic detail. So అది help అవుతుంది in case మన వీడియో చూడకపోతే you can watch it and just get a basic idea. Okay, cool. Let's start. Okay. uh, piecewise defined function. So definition ఏం లేదు, కానీ in case ఇక్కడ చూస్తే the name itself is referring is as piecewise. It's like ఒక function ఉందనుకోండి, let's say this is the function f of x. It's not like same. You can say this is one piece, this is second piece, this is third piece, this is fourth piece, this is fifth piece. So 1 2 3 4 5. So this is how piecewise defined function is. It's like basic idea is simple. Let's start with the function. Let's start with the graph directly. Here. Okay, cool. Let's say I have a straight line. No, a0 plus a1x. For now, let's call this as f1 of x. Okay, some function, and from here let's say it's increasing and decreasing here. Let's try a different curve. Oh, I'm sorry. Now let's call this as f2 of x, and let's call some function is like this. Okay, so let's say this function is f3 of x, and let's call this function is f4 of x, and let's say something. I'm just trying randomly, like yeah, let's take a different pen. Let's call this as f5 of x. I'm giving this range. So this number is a, no, like x equals to a, x equals to b, x equals to 0, and x equals to c, x equals to d, and x equals to let's say this value is e. So there are some different functions, right? So our aim is to define this like whole function as single function of x. This is interesting, right? Like this is too much common in JEE problems. Like I'm saying, too much common. You'll find everywhere. I'm sorry, yeah, you find everywhere. So let's go somewhere into deep. Like let's define this function. Let's call this function as f of x, and okay, so this is the function. How we'll define piecewise function, right? And how to start with the bracket to do. Okay, so from x equals to a to b, function is f5 of x. So let's call like a less than or of x less than b. Let's say till b only. From b it's starting, right? f4 of x. So I'm calling this as like from a to b. Here b is not included and b is included in f4 of x. That's why I'm putting a square bracket. I'm putting it as sorry, curly bracket, and not curly, like circular bracket and square bracket here. And like నేను అట్లీస్ట్ 3 క్లాసెస్ చేస్తాను ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీస్ పైన. సో అక్కడ నేను ఈ బ్రాకెట్ గురించి క్లియర్గా డిఫైన్ చేస్తున్నాను. I mean, there will be like too many things we have to define in inequalities. సో అక్కడ చూద్దాం, చాలా చూద్దాం. బట్ లెట్స్ in this case let's say b is not included, no, and a is included. So that's the simple meaning. If square bracket is there unte adi included, and or what you will call circular bracket unte adi not included. That's it. Okay. So a less than or of x equals to b. So what is the function value? It's simply f5 of x. That's it. And b less than or equals to x less than 0. The value is f4 of x. And 0 less than or equals to x less than c. And let's say f5 of x. And c less than or equals to x less than d. Then f2, and this will be like f1, right? Okay, nice. And d less than or equals to x less than e is f3x. That's it. This is how you define a piecewise no define function. That will explain good, but it is like completely random, like there are some special piecewise defined functions which are too much famous and too much common in JEE exam. So that we will discuss, and I'll start directly with absolute function. So the function number 1 is absolute or modulus function. Okay, I mean, if I see textbooks, no, they are starting with absolute function as like mod, like they're simply saying absolute function of directly x, and I'm not sure why they are doing. Maybe because it will make the things easier. But what my suggestion is, like, if you want to prepare for JEE mains or something, do not even think about it, because x value is like directly straight line kada. So except to straight line lane untundi, but how to take a generalized function, and from there you have to define how to think a mindset like, let's take a generalized a tough function, and there we'll understand, we'll observe, and we'll fight with it, and we'll understand easily. Okay, so that will make things lot easier. So I won't denote with absolute of x, which I hate it. I'll denote with absolute of f of x, or mod f of x. So this is how you will now define modulus or absolute function. Okay, let's understand more about it. Okay, before starting plot of this, I want to ask a simple question, that is, what is absolute, right? Absolute means, let's say here in this, absolute means always positive. Okay, I mean, I'll take a simple example. Let's say, I think మీ అందరికి ఫిజిక్స్ అయింది అనుకుంటా కదా. సో -7 to +7, whatever, 0 to 7, or you can say 0 to 14, or it will be there, right? What I'm saying is, like, let's say there's some pH counter or something where you have negative values and positive values, and absolute is simple. If it is positive, just keep it as positive, because as it is always positive. If it is negative, convert into positive. Like, if it is positive, make it positive, and if it is negative, convert into negative, convert into positive. That's what, like, absolute function make a function f of x. Okay, that's cool. Let's try plot directly, and I'm saying I won't start with the plot with absolute of x, which I already told you I hate it. I'll start with absolute of f of x. Okay, that's cool. I'll take a simple function. This will define, like, we'll see later, like trigonometric functions we'll see later, but I'll take a simple function of y equals to sine x, and it will look like this. It's like a snake, you can say. Yeah, it will look like this. Okay, so I'm taking like f of x versus x. Okay, let's call this as sine function. It always looks like this. Okay, okay, like everything is same. I'm sorry, it will be like in this no range only. Again, don't get no deviated. What is range? We'll explain too much on range in function chapter, but let's see in the graphs like what you can know learn. Okay, so this is what no sin x function will look like. Okay, before discussing this mod x, right, we are dealing with mod x, sorry. So y equals to mod f of x. So I already told you how we'll define mod f of x equals to, it will be f of x if f of x greater than 0 and minus f of x if f of x less than 0. That's it. That's much simple. You can define modulus of f of x. Let's take this function. Okay, so I just really observe this function, which is like positive here. This function is positive here. This function is positive here. I mean, whatever the values this function is getting, above x-axis, which means all are positive values. I'm saying positive values of y, not x. Okay, positive values of y. Like, let's say you have function of x, let's say some function, and you give an input as -2, and you're getting like 6.69. That means this is positive. But if you are giving minus, let's say -2.1, and you are getting -5.69, let's say, then this is giving negative. So we are taking the positive value of function. Okay, cool. So this is what is called positive value, and this is positive, and this is positive. And here the one of the like basic or important concept that will come, that is, whatever positive is there, keep it positive. Okay, that means this is, let's say, let's make it simple. I'll make it even simple. Let's make this, let's say this is f1 of x, f2 of x, f3 of x, f4 of x, and let's say, sorry, now f4 of x, no, f5 of x, f6 of x, and it will go like this, and it will go on from here till, okay, cool. And here f1 of x is what? Positive. Make it as positive. Let's keep it as positive. Okay, f2x is what? This is value is negative. If it is negative, let's say f of x is negative, that means minus f of x is there. That means like minus f2 of x, and this is minus, so it will become plus f2 of x. That's what it will make. That's what the modulus defines. If it is negative, make it positive. Can anyone guess it? Yes. Whatever you're guessing is true. Actually, this will shift upwards, and this will become like this. So let's call this as minus f2 of x. It will become plus f2 of x, or if it is minus f2 of x, no, like let's say, or if it's confusing, I'll make it even easier. Let's call this as f2 of x equals to minus, let's say, f2 comma 1 of x. f2 comma 1 is like, it's a positive value and it's minus, so if you shift it there, it's of minus f2 comma 1 of x, it will become plus f2 comma 1 of x. Whatever, it's like, just shift this upward, like whenever a negative curve is there, just mirror image it about the x-axis. Cool. And f4 of x, so this is positive, so it will stay like this. Okay, and this is negative, and it will come upwards, and this will become positive, and positive will remain positive, and this is negative, and I have to shift it upwards, and this will become positive. Okay, so I'll draw the graph again of this. Now, so if I say f of x equals to mod sin x, what it will look like this one, first this one, so this one, again not, it won't go down, again it will come up, again this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. I'm sorry about the shape, all are same. Okay, all are in same height, same size also. It's like all are similar, all are congruent, you can say. Congruent is not a good name, but all are same. So f1, f2, f3, f no, f4, f5, f6. That's what modulus will do to the function. It is positive, it is positive. If it is negative, make it positive. Mirror image about x-axis to make it positive. That's simple. I'll give another function. Let's try a function. No, I won't name this function. Like I'll give you them random function, like look alike, like just shape of it. Okay, cool. Let's say you have a function like this is there. So let's call this as function of f of x. And let's say, okay, I'm sorry. Let's say you have like f1 of x. No, f2 of x is there. So let's say f of x equals to, let's say this value is a, this value is minus a. So f of x equals to f1 of x if x greater than or equals to a, and f2 of x if x less than or equals to minus a. This is a piecewise defined function, how it will look like. Okay, now I am asking for modulus of f of x of a piecewise defined function. Now things like a little bit spicier, because minus f of x and plus f of x, minus f of x if f of x less than 0, and f plus f of x if f of x greater than 0. Okay, and again f1 of x have to correlate here, and f2 of x have to correlate here. But making all these algebra will make things hectic, and like there are some other tricks also how you will make things easier, but let's keep it aside. Let's focus on the graph. No, let's forget about this. Let's just focus on the graph, how you will understand better. Okay, let's take loop. So this is positive, so this is negative, and this is positive, and this is negative. Positive will stay positive, and again, so this will become a mirror image of this. Okay, so whatever is this one is there, right? So make it as shift up, just mirror image about x-axis, and again this one, now same mirror image. So how it will look like, it's like simple. Now let's try it. Okay, I'll keep it simple like this. So how it is looking like, let's say like this, and actually this is a famous function of, I know sometimes it will call a power x, but let's leave it. Whatever it is, we'll discuss more on this. Okay, so this is how it will look like. So now you understand, right, like basic concept of how absolute function works like. Okay, now let's think about what our classic textbook example is. F of x equals to mod x. So mod x is simple, like plus x if x greater than 0, and minus x if x less than 0. So x is f of x here. Okay, now mod f of x, and f of x equals to x. So mod plus f of x means plus x, minus f of x means minus x. Simple. Okay, let's try a plot of this. I think most of the people will draw this. I mean, if you are watching this video, just pause it for a 5 seconds or 10 seconds, and okay, no, draw again. That'll be better. Okay, I'll take a line. Okay, this is x. So I think you all know, right, like how x will look like. and it will go infinitely to infinity, because no, like I think f of x equals to a naught plus a1x, and it is 0. So whatever no minus a naught by a1 is there, that will become 0. So this intercept will become 0, so it will start at 0. And again, like I'm using directly, but if you didn't watch the first lecture, go back and revise it and come here, because there are some things we need not to discuss more and more. We have to skip it. No, that will make things easier. Okay. Okay. So this is positive. So this is negative. So we have to mirror image it. That's it. Simple. So this we have to mirror image it. So let's take a different pen. Let's try that. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry. You can forward it. I'm really sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. So it will come somewhere like this. So this is like mirror image where you shift upward. So this is how modules of function looks like. So if I draw here, so this is how modulus of x looks like. Let's try modulus function of a naught plus a1x. So if someone asks you, plot f of x equals to mod a naught plus a1x, and this is why I'm saying, keep saying regularly, never start with f of x equals to mod x. That will that will kill your thought process. Now if you start that, and if you come here directly here, and it will make the life hell. So that's why I'm saying, like, always start with the tough one, fight with it, understand it, and come here. Okay, cool. Let's change the pen. Let's keep it black. Okay, cool. So a naught, this is nostalgia, right? Like ముందు కూడా ఇదే చేసాం కదా మనం. So same అంతే. Slope will be a1. So I'm sorry, I'll take a line directly. So what is this point? Anyone can say minus a naught by a1. Cool. So this is a naught plus a1x. So this is positive, this is positive, but this is negative. So I have to take this and I have to mirror image it. That's it. That's simple. That much simple. Oh, yeah. Now somewhere it's look like this. And if I draw separately here, this is how like mod a naught plus a1x looks like. Let's draw our nostalgic function mod a naught plus a1x plus a2x square. So how it will look like? I know. Let's try a graph. Okay, so this one is like a1 by, sorry, this one is minus a1 by 2a2. This is a naught minus a1 squared by 4a2. So we have to make both this, and let's try a function. Okay, so here both are positive. So if you do modulus of it, what it will look like? Both same. So both will be like, will look like this only. But let's say due to like you did something like f of x minus a2, you shifted this to negative. Let's say you shifted this to negative. So I have to try same graph. Let me copy this. Okay, let's say I can here. Okay, so this is the function. Now this is interesting. Look at it. This is how life it will make things easier, and this is very very important in if you come to integrations, there is a concept called area under curve. I seen lot of people where they are struggling to make like modulus of a naught plus a1 plus a x square. They are seeing this as like cost, which is like very very simple if you understand, look it in a different way how it will look like. So this is positive, this is positive, and simple. This is the mirror image, so I have to shift it to the upward because this is negative. So let's take different marker. Yeah, so this is how it will look like. Okay, it's somewhere it's like this, right? Yeah, so this how it will look like. Yeah, this is all about absolute function. There are some properties of it I thought of discussing here, but no, దీన్ని మనం I already told you inequalities నేను 3 parts or 2 parts నుంచి చేస్తాను. It's like I'll take a big lecture of it. There I'll discuss absolute function, floor function, greatest integer function, least integer function, their properties also. అది కూడా అక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేసుకుందాం. So like let's understand basics of absolute function because it's not that much easy. It's easy, but again I have to revise it more, and I don't want to cover more into this. I want to make this as basic part. Okay, cool. Now the second special function is I'll only say this one only. దీని తర్వాత end చేసేస్తాను నేను. So don't worry. I'll give you enough time to do. Okay. Signum or సైన్ ఫంక్షన్. యాక్చువల్లీ దాన్ని సైన్ అంటే ఇష్యూ ఏంటంటే మనకి సైన్ అంటే ఎస్ఐ అన్ని అని కూడా చదువుతారు కదా. సో దేర్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్. No, that's why they given this as signum function. So don't worry, like signum is sign. Sign means no simple, right? Positive or negative. That's it. Okay. Okay. Signum of x, f of x equals to, see again. That's why like the that's the culprit actually. Don't, we will get mod x or signum of x, but never do it. Like always start with mod f of x or no signum of f of x. Okay, cool. So signum of f of x equals to, it's a piecewise defined function, so it is defined as f of x by mod f of x. Okay, okay, f of x by mod f of x. Okay, so I think you already know, right? So f of x will be greater than 0 if f of x greater than 0. It means it is 1 if x greater than 0. I'm saying again, f of x, mod f of x will be like, okay, I'll derive it here, f of x, and f of x greater than 0 means f of x will be positive. So this is f of x equals to 1. So that's the value here. And minus 1 if f of x less than 0. Why? F of x, and if f of x less than 0, this value become minus. So minus f of x. So that will become minus 1. So how it will look like. So I'm writing again here. Signum of f of x will define as 1 if f of x greater than 0 and minus 1 if f of x less than 0. Okay. Let's take a graph. I'll start with sine function again. I want to make it like generalized function only before jumping straight into no straight line or parabolic or cubic common functions. Okay. Okay. f of x. Let's not call this as f of x. Let's call this as y x, because this is f of x. Okay, whatever. No, because f of x is not here. F of x. We are doing for sine of f of x. That's why. Yeah. So this is what we are trying to do is like signum of sin x, which is looking interesting or complex, maybe you can say. Okay. How I'll start? Okay. So I'll start it like regular only. Let's call this as f1 of x, f2 of x, f3 of x, f4 of x, f5 of x. Okay, and this is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, and see, f of x is positive means it will become +1. So let me take a rectangles. Let me divide this into rectangles. That let it be. Let's don't make it complex. Let's make it simple. Like now let's observe f1 of x. So this portion, just observe it. So let's say this is +1 and this is -1. Okay, actually no, sin x will be in the range of +1 to -1, but it is possible, like if you manipulate sin x, maybe it will be it's like this. So it shouldn't be in positive, so don't get confused. Or else let's say okay, let's make it more generalized. No, okay, let's take it as like sine 2x or something, sine 2x plus 3, whatever. Let's make it as like more. So let's say this will be same like something. I think actually this should be symmetric. Actually, it's not like this. It might be extend. No, both will be same height. Both should be same height. Okay. So somewhere it will came like this. So let's call this as f1 of x, f2 of x, f3 of x, f4 of x, f5 of x, f6 of x, and f7 of x. Okay. So this is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. So simple. If it is positive, means f of x greater than 0, it should be 1. Let's say somewhere here 1 is there. So in this range, the graph is just straight line with no. Let's call this a +1. Let's call this somewhere here it's -1. So let's draw this. Let's draw this. And this value is just a 1. Whatever the function is, this value is simply 1. And this is negative, right? So in this range, it is -1. So it's a simple line of constant line. This value is constant. And same here, straight line like this, straight line like this at this range, at this range, this range, this range. So this will be straight line, this will be straight line, this will be straight line. So if I draw here, what it is, straight line, 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 which is like simple, something interesting actually. So this is how it will look like. Signum of sine, let's say 2x plus 3 versus x. Okay, let's draw now let's draw signum of x, which is obviously mod x by x equals to 1, okay, plus 1 if x greater than 0 and minus 1 if x less than 0. Let's take a plot. Okay, this is what x will look like, right? Let me take a straight line. This is what f of x equals to x, then this is positive and ఇది నెగటివ్ కదా. సో లెట్స్ సే వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ 1 ఉందనుకుందాం అండ్ ఇక్కడ -1 ఉందనుకుందాం. సో లెట్స్ సే దిస్ రేంజ్ అండ్ దిస్ రేంజ్. సో వాల్యూ దగ్గర వాల్యూ ఏంటి, సింప్లీ 1, so it will go like this, and ఈ వాల్యూ దగ్గర ఏంటి, సింప్లీ -1, so it will go. And that's the thing where both positive and negative, because it's continuously increasing, so it will keep on increasing. But there are functions like sin x which is not like continuously increasing, sometimes it's increasing, sometimes decreasing. There you'll find the difference. That's why I told you, like, never start with basic x, which will make things harder. I won't say harder, which will misinterpret the, like, which will kill the basic concept of what signum or what modulus is. So okay, let's draw signum of a naught plus a1x. So what it will be, same. Take a plot or take a line. Okay, so this will be a naught minus a naught by a1, positive, positive, and here it's negative. Let's say somewhere here it's +1, somewhere here it's -1. So at this range this is positive, so this is like this, and here it's negative, so this is like this. And I see in too many people doing mistake this one, because they used to do for this, somehow they will do like this and like this, whatever, they'll confuse, like, and if it's not a blender actually, like, they will do like this and they will think about like what to do on this, and they will ask themselves what to do. So that's why it's perfect to practice with basic f of x. And let's take signum of a naught plus a1 plus a2x square. So okay, I'll take plot. Let's call this as minus a1 by 2a2 a naught minus a1 square by 4a2. Okay, what I'm doing, I think you all be getting right. I'm shifting this, like, let's make this as I'm shifting this at like minus a3 units maybe, because I have to get negative, because if it is positive, so if you can see this is +1 everywhere, it's somewhere again here to make things easy. Let's say this is the function, and let's say somewhere here +1 is there, so everywhere it's +1 because it's in positive side everywhere. Okay, but here it's coming negative side, so positive, positive, and negative. So divide this somewhere here maybe. So this is positive, so ekkada +1 ekkada undanukunnam and -1 somewhere ekkada undanukunnam. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ఇది పాజిటివ్ అండ్ ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇది +1, బట్ ఈ వాల్యూ దగ్గర ఏమవుతుంది, -1. సో ఎలా ఉంది, ఎలా ఇలా, సారీ ఇక్కడ ఎలా ఉంది, మధ్యలో ఎలా. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్. ఇది మీరు, ఐ మీన్, if you do more problems, you will try to appreciate this concept more. సో అంతే ఈ రోజుకి. I think this is enough. And I'm giving one, no, like let's say I'm giving one of the homework problem. Let's say no, let's try to do it. Okay. Question number one is like signum of mod x plus 4 by 5x. So try to plot it. No, just plot it. And second one is like mod 2x plus 3x square plus 5. Plot it. And third one 2 mod x 3 mod x square plus 5 mod x plus 6. So now let's make it somewhat spicier here. Because 2 plus 5 7, so what's the point? Okay. 5 into SGN of x. So try to plot these. Okay. Okay. So try to plot it. Mostly I'll give community, like answers in community, YouTube community. But if you are like a people who don't want to wait, I'll show you a website. It's like common website. Okay. The website name is GeoGebra. Just say GeoGebra in Google and get into here, and somewhere here it will see start calculator. Okay. Delete whatever. Let's say ఇక్కడ మీరు సంథింగ్ సింపుల్ ప్లాట్ చేద్దాం అనుకున్నాం. ఏంటంటే I'm gonna plot. Let's take first question only, whatever we are discussing. Okay. Signum, think what you want to do, but I'm doing 2x plus x square plus 5. Okay. Mod. Okay. I mean options idea లేకపోయినా పర్లేదు, ఇక్కడ మోడ్ అంటే చూడండి ఓకేనా. 2 into what is it, x 2x. Oh sorry, I'll delete this. Can delete it simply. Okay. Okay. I'll do again. Mod 2x plus 3x square plus 5. Come here and you will see this one. Because like I already told you, like everything is అన్నీ కూడా పాజిటివ్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి it won't change the graph, right? So the answer is it. Let's make it more spicier on this. Let's make it like 5 బదులు -20 తీసుకుందాం. Okay. Let's see what will happen. -20. See, this is how it will look like. It's pretty interesting, right? Now you can see how this mirror image is shifting to there, and there we can see more concepts. And ఇవి కూడా కొంచెం సరిగ్గా చేయాలి. sin x అంటే mod x plus 4/5x పెట్టి మళ్ళీ mod పెట్టి మళ్ళీ కింద పెట్టాలి. అంటే ఎలా చెప్తున్నానంటే అక్కడ ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలంటే మీరు mod x plus 4/5x by mod x plus 4/5x. సో ఈ ప్లాట్ ఇవ్వాలి. బట్ I'll say try on it your own, and if you are not getting the answer then only go for it. Okay. Cool. I think that will end the chapter here. Yeah, it is just part 1. I don't know, maybe I'll make 3 parts or just 2 parts. Let's see how will it go. I'll end the session here. And yeah, this is how we discussed whole session today. This is pretty it's simple and interesting. I don't say, just revise it and understand it and solve these 3 problems and play with this GeoGebra. It's really interesting if you want to play or understand more about graphs. So yeah, so I'll end the session here. So please let me know questions in comment box. They'll discuss, like let's make it as like open form. And yeah, let's end the session here. Have a good day. Bye.